Hey everybody, I miss you flamingos. I wanted to read Charlie and Lola's I'm Inventing an Invention and then look at some examples of some inventions now. Here we go. I'm Inventing an Invention by Lauren Childs. I have this little sister and her name is Lola and she is small and she is very funny. And Lola says, Charlie, what is that you're reading? And I say, that's a book about inventions. Mine and me, we need to invent something for a school project. And Lola asks, what is an invention? So I say, and listen because this is important, an invention is something new that helps people do things better or faster or easier. And Marv says, like the telephone. But we already have a telephone, Lola says. So I say, I know, but a very long time ago, people did not have telephones. And then Lola asks, but if there were no telephones, how could I tell Lotta about my new drawing? And I say, you would have to walk to her house. But you know what? Lola says, it's a very, very long way to Lotta's house. Well, I would have to get Mom to drive me in the car, Lola says. And I say, well, Lola, you know, a very long time ago, cars were not invented. You'd have to go by horse. Oh, says Lola. Lola says, cars and telephones, they're very good inventions, and I'm going to make an invention all on my own. So I say, Lola, it's not easy to invent something that is very, very clever. But Lola says, well, I can invent something, you'll see. Marv, I say, we must think of a useful invention. And Marv says, I've got it. How about a machine? They can walk sizzles when it's rainy outside. This is his plan for that. He's got a bike that he's putting his dog on, and the dog is pedaling, and he's holding the leash. Sizzles. Lola points out her drawing, but you know what? Sizzle's paws will never reach those pedals. There's a problem with that design. His legs are just too tiny. And I say, oh, you're right, Lola. Well, says Marv, it would have been a good invention. And then I say, we better come up with something else. Then Lola says, look, Charlie, I am an actual inventor. I invented a two-colored crayon. If you want to draw with green, there's green. And if you want to draw with blue, there's blue. But what if you want to use red, says Marv. And Lola says, well, I've got lots of more inventions. Yep, lots more ideas. We need a good idea, and quickly, I say. Says Marv. It's quite tricky. All the good inventions have been done. And then I say, I've got it. We can make an amazing apple picker-upper. It will pick up all the apples that have fallen from the trees. So Marv asks, well, what would that look like? And I say, well, it's made of two bicycles that are attached to a vacuum cleaner. And if we pedal really fast, then all of the apples will get sucked up and then tossed into the wheelbarrow. So I asked Mom if we could use her vacuum cleaner, but you know what she said? She said no. Oh no, says Marv. That was our best idea. Now what do we do? Later, Lola asks, have you thought of lots of clever and useful inventions? We haven't gotten any, I say. Oh dear, said Lola. Well, maybe you're not inventors. But we have to be, I say. Our project is due tomorrow. What are we going to do, asks Marv. So we start thinking, and Lola starts picking up some of our mess. Soon she gets stuck to everything with tape. Get off, shoo. But all that sticking gives Lola an idea. Look at me, Charlie, says Lola. I am all covered in mess. So I say, yes, Thanks for cleaning up, Lola. But Lola says, no, Charlie, look at me. I am an inventor. See? All these things are stuck to me. There's a spot for pencils and a spot for crayons and clips, and now everything is all tidy. Marv says, Lola, that is brilliant. And I say, it's amazing. Can we borrow it for our project? But will people think that it's really, really useful? Lola asks. And Marv says, yes, they will. It's useful. And we do too. We think so too, I say to Lola. And so Lola says, I really completely am an inventor. And then Marv says, what should we call your invention, Lola? And Lola says, the very cleverish and extremely usefulish messy dress tidy upper. Remember that one? That was a good one. So right now I want to go over with all of you flamingos, I want to go over some things that have been invented. First, I want to show you two things that are not inventions. This is a sweet potato. Sophia is eating sweet potatoes a lot right now, so we have a lot of these. A sweet potato, it grows under the ground, and it's part of nature. Things that grow in nature are not inventions. These are succulents. Succulents grow in nature, so they are not inventions. They're naturally occurring. Inventions don't have to be a robot or electronic like we've talked about, right? We've talked about this. So some really cool inventions that we use. You guys all know what this is, right? A phone. And a phone is a very useful invention that Charlie and Lola talked about, right? And it helps connect us with people, right? We FaceTime. We could see each other's faces right now nicely with the phone. We could call people and talk to them, and we can text and email and do all kinds of things on the phone. So a phone is a very useful invention, and it is electronic, right? There's this thing here, a remote control. A remote control is an invention that helps us change the TV, right? Instead of getting up, it sends a signal to the TV, and it allows us to change the channel or rewind now or turn up the volume, right, with these buttons. So this is a pretty cool invention. But inventions can be basic. They don't have to have a battery or power, right? We've talked about this. What is this? This is a bowl, right? At one point, somebody invented a bowl so they could carry water and they could carry food. What about these? A spoon and a fork. These are salad tossers, right? These are inventions. These help us toss salad, right? What about this? A tissue. A tissue is an invention. It helps keep us healthy, right? Or it helps us when we're not healthy, and it helps us blow our noses, right? It helps us wipe things. Somebody invented the tissue. I'm curious now. I want to Google that. If we were in class right now, I would go to Google and I would Google who invented the tissue. Try that. Try to Google that. I'm curious. If you find out, let me know. Food can be an invention. Now, there are certain types of food that occur in nature. They grow on trees or in the ground, right? Bananas are not an invention, right? But a banana smoothie would be something that somebody invented, a recipe that somebody put together, right? What about this? A granola bar. Granola bars are inventions. It's in a package, so food can be an invention. Now, there are inventions that are robots, and there are inventions that use power and electricity, and we're going to talk about that too, right? Power and electricity when we get to the plans for your inventions. But not all inventions require that. So I want you to think really hard about something that would make your life or the life of others easier, faster, or better in some way, because that changes the world. I miss you all, and I love you.